Hey, Jess here.
And Danny.
Welcome back to our channel. Today we're going to be doing a video about how we met and how we got to where we are today with a family now.
Yep.
Um,
It's a
pretty
crazy long story in such a short amount of time.
right. So we're gonna have three parts to this. So this is part one, and this is pretty much leading up to how we first met and
And how we have Eliana now.
right. So we met in February of 2019. I had just started working there a month before I actually met Danny. And I was the line lead at the Colgate factory out here in Georgia. And I was still in a married, but it was
Pretty much over.
I just hadn't had the courage to actually end it. And Danny was that extra push whenever I did finally start able to have conversations with him. He was that push that helped me get out of a toxic relationship that I am very blessed to be out of. And since then, my life has progressed in so many ways. But I worked at the factory as a line lead, and Danny actually became one of my workers. Every day I requested him after his first time. And I didn't really have eyes. I wasn't looking for a relationship at the time. I wasn't looking at him like, oh, I want to be in a relationship with him. It just happened out of nowhere. From him being on my line every single day and conversations happening, it's just like he felt a vibe off of me. And we actually ended up hanging out, looking for an apartment. We went out one day, like a Saturday, and we went apartment hunting, and that whole day he made me feel so comfortable. I was having such a bad day. I felt so comfortable enough to actually tell him about all of my relationship problems, what was going on in my life, and he pretty much told me, you deserve better, and not so subtly told me pretty much I can be the man that you actually do deserve. And when we parted ways that day, I went home and I thought about him until I texted him that next Sunday night. I texted him. And I think it was actually Sunday afternoon I texted him, and he was working. They sent him to a different job, and he ended up not even coming to work with me on that next Monday. And we were so sad. It was he said, what did I think? He said something along the lines of he felt like it was like a little teenager again.
Yeah.
With the way he was able to just talk for hours.
It's like, when you was young and you was in school and you was under the covers texting your girl, that girl that you was really feeling and you could talk all night with.
When you first start talking, you have that moment where you literally talk for hours.
The butterflies, the nervousness, the shyness, all of it.
Right. And from the moment I went and picked him up, because he was in a program.
And I'll explain.
He was in a program where actually got him the job at Colgate until he was actually able to secure his own job at Colgate. While we were talking, I ended up, before we even really started talking, I ended up, finally having the courage to end my marriage, and then we ended up, hitting it off and going from there. And not too long after that, I ended up picking him up, and we went and we rented a hotel, and from that night forward, we've been with each other every single day. Every single night. There hasn't been a night that we haven't spent together since February 28th, 2019.
So let me kind of backtrack a little bit and explain the little situation. So I had just came out of doing a 3-month sentence on a technical violation on probation. So at the getting out, I went to this program where it's kind of like a halfway house, but it's not, it's kind of like it. And so the first 30 days, you can't leave the building, you can't do nothing, you work inside the grounds. You do pick up the trash for the city, and it's all free. After 30 days, you work your phases. After 30 days, you do get scheduled to and assigned to go work at a couple jobs sites. And one of them was the Congress Center, the World Congress Center. I actually worked for the Super Bowl event. We worked the Super Bowl event, and after the Super Bowl event, there was really less events going on. There were events, but not as big as the Super Bowl, so they weren't needing as many people. So this contract opened up at Colgate, which was where she was working, and this was the job that everybody was trying to jump on. I mean, this contract had been there before, and it was there before she even worked, and they had stopped it for a while, and they came back up while I was there. And so after seeing that there was only 2 spots left, I finally was able to get on the spots, and I jumped on it and got to Colgate. I worked a couple of weeks with another supervisor that was, let's just say I was really happy to get off her detail. And when they moved me to Jessica's line, I don't know what it was. I wasn't looking for nothing. I was just looking to get myself straightened out and get myself on my feet and just ready to live life. And sometimes God has other plans. And I think I was into Jessica more than she was probably at the time. And she probably didn't even know it. But, I just worked. And I was just working her and trying to be the best on her line. Not to show off for her, but that's just how I am. I'm a worker. And she ended up telling, one of the supervisors that, hey, I really want this guy to be on my line. Can you keep him coming? And so he came up to me and he pulled me to the side to his office, and he was like, hey, I'm hearing good things about you. How would you like a permanent position? And I mean a supervisor position, you having your own line and your own production team. And it was hard because while I'm in the program, I couldn't take that position because that required me to stay later, and that required a lot of things. And the program, the program wouldn't allow it.
Right.
I had to leave when they came and picked us up, and the position required us to do overtime.
Yeah, a lot of overtime.
And I couldn't make past the amount that they were telling me, which was $10. Yeah. And the position carried $14.50 an hour. So in order for me to take that position was, if I got a job offer, that means I graduate the program, but I would have to have my own place to live. I needed my own place to live in order to take this position, which is where me and her came about, trying to find a place to live.
And we lived in a hotel for, I think, not even a week. And actually my ex moved back out to Gwinnett, so the apartment was available for a couple more months, and we
stayed there.
We stayed there, and then from there,
things happened.
Yeah, there was already an eviction on the apartment before Danny even came, because of like the fighting and everything that was going on
with her ex and her past.
So we had until May, and then we ended up being in hotels again. And actually, I got pregnant before we even left the apartment.
Apparently,
we didn't know
until we got to the hotel.
6 weeks in, I found out. I wanted Subway like every single day, and Danny was like, let's go get a pregnancy test.
Yeah, like you craving too much at the same time.
He's like, you never wanted Subway. This is not normal. So, got a pregnancy test.
$1 pregnancy test.
Got 2 lines for the first time. And we took almost 5 pregnancy tests before that one. And
the ones before that never showed anything. But I guess it was just too soon.
It was like, we were happy. We weren't even upset. But
No.
She wasn't unplanned, for sure. We had already decided, like,
if it happened, it happened.
If we have a baby together, if we get pregnant,
we're
both going to be happy.
Yeah.
We're both not going to be, like, upset or scared or anything. Like, it was a blessing.
So, there's the first part, of how we met.
Yeah, and then next we'll go into more depth of, like, during the pregnancy, the challenges we have faced, and then
the ups and downs,
where we are now, starting YouTube and everything. Thanks for tuning in for part 1. We'll be posting part 2 very, very soon. So just stay tuned, and if you like this video, make sure you subscribe, hit the like button, and comment down below.
Yeah, come on, let's get them likes up to show us that you really want us to see part 2.
And more content from us as well.
Right.
So,
and we have something else. I'm sorry, we have something else also that we are going to be posting up later this week.
Working on more projects as we speak.
Yeah, so there's going to be a lot coming from us. But definitely hit the like button, comment down below, subscribe, share, and hit the notification button so you don't miss the second part to this.
Thanks for tuning in. Again, my name is Jess.
I'm Danny, little Ellie.
And Ellie right here. Stay tuned for more.
Peace.